And now Ryan Kessler joins us live from Melfort, where day 2 of the semi-driver sentencing hearing has just wrapped up. Ryan, tell us more about what was in this logbook.
Well, Carlisle, that RCMP investigation found that Jaskirat Sidhu had 70 regulation violations, and if his truck was stopped prior to the crash, he likely would have been suspended. This new detail adds to the grief that is being expressed by many of the families here, many of them saying that this was a preventable crash.
For a second day, Jaskirat Sidhu sat in a tearful makeshift courtroom, coming face to face with victims. This after a logbook review found Sidhu violated roughly 50 federal regulations and 20 provincial regulations in under 2 weeks before the crash.
Clearly, Mr. Sidhu was overwhelmed by the position that he was put in by a much bigger, much sicker industry. He never should have been in charge of a vehicle that size on that road.
Christina Hogan, in her victim impact statement, says the steering wheel was a weapon in Sidhu's hands, but she forgives him for her husband's death, stating, "If you ever want to know about Darcy Hogan, you come ask me, because there isn't one person on this earth that wasn't better knowing him." Also drawing from his faith, a billet parent asked the court to consider a punishment that would not make Sidhu, quote, the 30th victim of the tragedy.
I feel I'm commanded to forgive. And sometimes that's harder to do than we would like.
Others, like Russell Harold, did not express forgiveness. He spoke directly to Sidhu, saying the driver ended his family name, and now the future of his family farm is in question. The truck driver sat motionless as a mother told him he is not worthy of her forgiveness after he played God and chose to drive through the stop sign.
In the first 2 days of sentencing, we've heard more than 60 victim impact statements, and they're not finished. They're expected to conclude tomorrow, and at that point, lawyers will start preparing for their closing arguments, and ultimately, Jaskirat Sidhu at some point will learn his fate. Carlisle?
Thanks for this, Ryan. That's Ryan Kessler braving the cold in Melfort tonight.